Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we're going to do a little bit of fun with polymer clay. You guys always want more things to try, especially for beginners, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to turn polymer clay scraps that you have sitting around, or, I mean, you can make it yourself if you have a few colors. And we are going to chop it up and we're going to make really pretty pieces that you can cut and make pendants or parts of bracelets or things. Maybe you can even do ATC cards. You can flatten them out, which you'll see I flatten one out and put it on ATC card as the piece, you know. So, excuse me, so many things that are fun. So all I'm doing here is taking the polymer clay that I have sitting here and chopping it up, like you can see, like it's, you know, we're making pies and we're doing the crust and we're chopping that butter up. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm just using the tissue blade that comes with it. I can't find my one with the handle. I'm cleaning in my room, so I'm finding different things, and I got a few requests, so I thought, let me just do this. I get a lot of polymer clay requests. I like to do more beginners, but I want to show that you know, I have RA and fibro, and I have really bad days, and lately it's been bad days. So, you know, I take my time and I hold on to it. And I don't know if you can see, but I have these little clay things that I stuck on and baked them on, little handles to make it easier for me, because the thicker for me, the better. That's what she said. Anyway, so I'm taking some translucent right there, and I am chopping that up too, because I want to add it in there. It adds this really cool texture looking kind of, how do I say, it's like, well, it's transparent, obviously, but it's like, I want to say almost milky. I don't know. It just adds to it for me. And you'll see when I roll out the first one, I had to kind of do it over because I didn't mix the translucent through enough. But I'm going to show you a really, really cool thing. I don't know if it has a name. I love doing it. I've done it before. But now you see I separated the piles into a couple different because it's so many. And I'm scooping it together. And from just the warmth of my hand, I'm mushing it together like you're making a cake pop, if anybody makes their own cake pops, which I've done once. It's so much. I'd rather go to Starbucks and get one. I haven't had cake pops in a long time, though. So I'm just rolling it out, putting those pieces together, and they really come out. And you can stop at any time. If you're happy with, now I'm angry at myself because of that translucent, so I'm going to chop everything up again. And it turns out beautiful. I really like it. So, you know, if you have to, you have to. Don't get too hung up on, you know, the first time, especially if you're suffering from issues with your hands and fingers and all. You know, sometimes we have to do things over and over, and it is a pain, and sometimes it can really make you cry and sad, which it does for me a lot. I won't get into my story, but my story for today anyway. So yeah, so I just go back in and do it. And I have some tips, you know, if you guys want a few tips for polymer clay that I try to follow, let me know down below and I'll gladly do another video on it. You know, I know a lot of people know how to use, you know, how to do polymer clay, and everybody has their own way of doing it. No, I'm rolling it out, and you can roll it out with whatever you have. Mod Podge bottle. I mean, look how cool it comes out. So I'm just going to set that aside. Now, I must have been talking to the dog or the cat. Or resting my hands. Who the heck knows with me? So I'm taking some more, and I'm chopping up a little bit more of the transparent. I cannot recall which one this is. Oh, it's right in front of me. Let's see if I can see. I did chop my nail a little bit doing that. It is, what color? Translucent. So let's see what happens. And I'll definitely do, I have to bake these, and I will bake them and show you probably in my next video how they came out, or in my tips video, probably in my tips video. So if you see me put a tips video out, this week, you'll know I baked these and what I did with them. Because these are great. You can, now you see I'm rolling this. I'm just rolling it, rolling it, rolling it. Rawhide. All right. And with PolymerClay, it's very forgiving. So, you know, I roll it out and then you're going to see I'm going to push it together to make it more short and stumpy. Like me. And we're still on keto, not having issues. I've lost almost to 30. We're going back hardcore keto this week. But, you know, I've lost in my stomach. I've lost, like my face, I'm not losing yet. I've lost my boobs. Don't know. I don't want to get into that. And turn people off. Look how cool that looks. But I have been eating, a little bit of, like I make keto dessert. Okay, let me talk about this first because keto is not important. This is a clay video. I do this. Now what you're going to do is cut it in half. And you probably have seen me do this if you've been with me for a while. But look, you cut it in half and you push it together and you're going to get the coolest look. Matter of fact, and you're going to see there's a green butterfly in here. And I almost concentrated on that to make it bigger and to make it more pronounced. But then when I started rolling it, I'm like, it is so, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, it is so cool looking like this that I left it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might cut this. I don't know. I kind of dig this whole look that this one has. Now, the other ones I might cut pieces out of, maybe for earrings or for a ring or I don't know. Necklace, maybe pendant. And you see how I'm just playing, pushing it, smushing it, pinching it. All those fun things. No, don't pinch me. I don't like it. And I just turn my blade, you know, just to get a little bit more form on the bottom. So I dig this one. I think it might be my favorite, either that or the next to the last one. So love it. Rolling it. Now I'm rolling it because, oh, look at that. Oh, come on. I love it. I'm rolling it because the ends need to be, and you can use your fingers as well. The ends need to be a little bit, you know, mushed together when we're adding it. So they stick. And, you know, this I cut in half, as you can see, and I am kind of doing it into a, I want to say a square. So I'm flattening one end, and then I turn it and flatten, so I have 4 sides. Oh, no, I'm twisting first. Sorry. I did do the 4 sides, you'll see, but that's right, I twisted it. And then I rolled it. I had to do this because I had to do the voiceover because my neighbor's kids were out front and I guess they were going bike riding and the kids were out there screaming and screaming and that's all I could hear and I knew that that's all you'd be able to hear. So for the people who hate my voice and say I talk too much, sorry, this is what I'm doing. So you saw it, how it's twisted, and look how cool that is. That'll probably form into some sort of pendant. And then I have this left and I'm just pushing it together and you're going to see just how cool. I mean, it's just really, and I'm deciding like, oh, where do I want to cut? I'm talking to myself so you can't really hear me because now I'm doing a talk over, but yeah. I mean, this is such a fantastic way to turn your scrap clays into pieces of art or in, you know, pendants or whatever. It's so cool because, like I said, you can use new pieces. You can use pieces that you just throw into your plastic bag and take out later, which I have so many. So I'm like looking like, oh, I could make that into a bracelet. There's just so many ways to do. I was going to cut little holes out, maybe put like little crystals in there. I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, so cool. So now this, I'm going to do into the square. Pushing it and mushing it. Yep, I'm just going to turn it and keep doing it and flattening it. And then I'm going to cut it and do the same thing I did to the first one and see what we can get out of this, which came out really cool as well. I just love these. They all come out really cool. Really, really cool. I could sit here and play all day with clay. I think next I'm going to do a doll. not record it, but just make one. Look how cool, and you can see the glitters, and I'm doing the same thing, pressing, and like I said, I can do, and I even have more clay, so I can definitely do more. I can throw other colors in, which I think I might do, and maybe I will and just do a speed through so you guys can see, but look how gorgeous that came out. And then you just play with it and do what you want to do with it. But as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. If you'd like to subscribe, please click that subscribe button down by my little face down there that I did, my little acrylic red-haired girl. And push the notification bell so you are notified. And thank you so much for taking the time. Look how cool. For watching, I really, really appreciate it. And let me know what you guys want to see, if you want to see more of this kind of clay play. And I will see you in my next video, and I will show you, like I said, you know, how these came out. I love you guys so much.